Spain and Cape Verde kick off today's series of the FIFA Men's World Cup matches at noon Eastern. This weekend, we got a first look at the competition as half of the tournament's 48 teams played their opening round matchups, and new stars are emerging. American Florian Balogun, German Kai Havertz, and Swede Yasin Ayari all scored 2 goals to help their countries win their opening matches. But anticipation is building for long-held household names like Messi, like Ronaldo, to take the field later this week. So let's bring in Paul Tenorio. He's a national soccer reporter for The Athletic, and he is also the author of The Messi Effect, How the Global Legend Changed the Future of American Soccer. So, Paul, this is Messi's, 6th World Cup. How much of an impact can we expect from him?
Well, he's still a centerpiece of what Argentina does. He will still be expected to be the player he's always been, the one who can change games. Yes, it looks a little different than it did in his younger days, the way he plays. He's adapted to where he is now physically, but he is more than capable of being the star player that we saw last World Cup when he won the Golden Ball as the best player of the tournament and Argentina won the World Cup trophy. He'll be dropping deeper into midfield, looking to find the ball, looking to be a playmaker. And Argentina still very much builds its system around what its star player is capable of doing.
I mean, there's likely no one better to demonstrate what can be done at a World Cup than Messi. I'm just reading that he holds the record for the most minutes played in a tournament. You can fact check me on that. He currently plays for Inter Miami, the football club in Florida. Considering he's such a giant in the sport, Adriana and I have been talking about the World Cup being a massive recruitment tool for soccer, what we call football in England, for Americans. But how will Messi help promote the sport and the skill at a very high level?
Well, I think he brings people into the game. We've seen that since he joined Inter Miami back in the summer of 2023. Everywhere Miami goes around the country, they sell out the stadiums in Major League Soccer. Wow. And they don't just sell out their stadiums. They move to the NFL stadiums and sell those out. So, for example, Kansas City, they moved out of their soccer-specific stadium to Arrowhead Stadium and sold that out. We've seen it all over the country. So there's that part of it. I do think also he lends credibility to the league. We've heard players like Sonny in LA, Thomas Muller in Vancouver talk about how they felt more open to coming and playing in Major League Soccer because they saw that Messi was there and they saw what Messi was doing. The key now is how long can you make that tail of impact and influence last? At some point, Messi is going to stop playing. How does Major League Soccer capitalize on this moment? And that's a lot of what I read about in the book. They're making enormous business decisions to change the rules in the league to allow teams to spend more money so that they can bring not just the star players like Messi who will want to come and follow in his footsteps, but also just high quality players and lift the overall level of the league. And that'll be the lasting impact and influence of Messi in American soccer. If by the time he leaves, they have a new calendar, which they've already voted on, they'll flip to match up with global soccer and new roster rules, he'll have really transformed what this league looks like in just 3 to 5 years, depending on how long he plays.
It's amazing how one star can change an entire industry. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the long term here. How do you think Argentina will do in the World Cup? And what about the U.S.? How far do you think the U.S. will go?
Well, Argentina's got a tough path. Even if they win the group, they could potentially see themselves in a clash with Uruguay, their South American rivals, in the round of 32, the new knockout stage of this tournament. That's not an easy matchup for this Argentina team. And even when you look beyond that, they could face, and this would be the marquee game, I think, of the tournament. It could be Messi against Ronaldo in a quarterfinal down the road in this tournament, which would be just epic to see those two facing each other in their, what we think would be their final World Cups. So it'll be an interesting one to watch Argentina and how they play. They also had kind of an easy schedule leading into the tournament. So definitely worth keeping an eye on that. As far as this U.S. team, I think fans should be excited about not just kind of that they won, but the way they played. It was very, very exciting soccer. They looked very competent and high level in the final third with how they were attacking with Balogun and Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, everyone linking up really well. They face Australia in the next game, a team they match up with quite well. That game could determine who wins the group. If the U.S. wins that game, it'll be very likely that they will have a chance to win the group. And I think this is a team capable of pushing through to the round of 16 and to a quarterfinal. Every single win, every single positive result is going to build more momentum from the home crowds and from the support of Americans. And the players talk about how they feel that, how it's pushing them forward. So I think this is a time to talk about, can this team do something that's never been done before? That 2002 team went to a quarterfinal. So if they're going to do something special, they're going to have to win that game and get to a semifinal. But I think there is a belief around the U.S. camp right now here in Irvine that they're capable of making a run.
He and that team, he is a player to watch. They are the team to watch. Argentina is in Group J, and they are playing games in Arlington, Texas, and Kansas City, Missouri. If you're there, folks, get outside and absorb the atmosphere. Paul Tenorio, thanks so much. Great to chat with you this Monday.